Lori, it's so lovely to chat to you for She Can today. Tell us a little about yourself and what you do.
Well, thank you for having me, Stephanie. It's a thrill to talk to you. I am a professional tarot card reader. It is what I do, and I've been doing it for over 30 years. The deck that I have is actually my original deck. And I'm also a writer, and although I've had jobs in the past in advertising or freelance writing, tarot was always this through line. No matter what else I was doing, it was always sort of there, lurking in the background, or sometimes very much in the foreground. It actually kept me from getting fired from a few jobs, I think, where I was better at tarot than at the job I was hired for.
Lori, tell us about the journey. How did you get to the space where you are today?
Sure. Well, I'm from Calgary, Alberta in Canada. And growing up in the 1980s there, it was a pretty small town. And there was this one lady there. She was a witch, a good witch named Erica. And everyone knew Erica. Everybody went to Erica. And I went to Erica. And she became a mentor for me for tarot cards. And she was a legit witch, had a crystal ball and a broom and did spells and potions and all sorts of things. And so we just really clicked and hit it off. The spread that I use, which is the pattern the cards are laid out in, that's actually a spread she developed, I don't know how many years ago, and let me use it. And I've adapted it over the years. It's evolved, but it was just, she was the spark. I always had an interest in the metaphysical, and tarot was just the thing. I've tried tea leaves, palmistry, different things, but that's my main thing.
Amazing. Lori, tell us a little how you combine it with the writing. So how much of it do you write and how much of it do you lay tarot for people?
That's such a great question, Stephanie, because I am a storyteller by nature, and words are my thing more than visuals. I don't have a really strong visual aesthetic, but I can talk for days. And so my tarot readings are very much telling a story. Each card has a story. Together, they give the story of you. And I think it's just an extension of, they're both, I guess, innate abilities that I have, the writing and the tarot, and then able to bring them together. And I'm writing a couple of books right now too. So it's a way to further bridge the two.
Amazing, Lori. Tell us what motivates you to do that.
I can't imagine not doing it. Before I was getting paid to do tarot, I was still doing tarot. I would do it any chance I got. I would just sort of always have my cards with me and, hey, does anyone want a reading? And I'd pull them out and start shuffling. And so it's the kind of thing that even if I wasn't lucky enough to be able to do it as my full-time career, I would still be doing it in some form or another. And the same goes for writing.
Amazing. Lori, tell me about what you think is your superpower in being good at that. You know, it's not sort of a, it's lots of people think hocus pocus or whatever they think. How do you bridge that? How do you word that? How do you get to people to trust you?
Sure. I think right off the bat, my tagline gives people a sense of who I am and my approach to tarot. My tagline is woo without the cuckoo. So it gives you a sense that obviously I'm into it. I've been doing it for over 30 years, but I'm not goofy about it. I'm not doing fortune telling or kitschy, backroom psychic nonsense. I don't do predictions. It's basically, I always tell people when we do a reading, I just tap into your energy, and then you tell me, your energy informs the reading, and I'm the interpreter. And so being able to work with people to inspire, empower, and enlighten them, that's my intention and my motto for my work. And I think that that's my superpower, is that I can hold space sometimes until people can start to believe in themselves.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. That's very powerful. What would your top tips be for other women, Lori, from all the, little bits and pieces and wisdom over the course of your 30 years of tarot reading? What would your top tips be?
I think I have a few. One of the main ones is I think we're often looking for a blueprint. in life, seeing, just tell me what I need to do and I'll do the work. Just tell me what I'm supposed to be. What is my purpose? What am I here for? And I tell people, rather than looking for a blueprint, you need to be looking for breadcrumbs, and just sort of looking for the little markers that can help guide you to the direction you think you're going in, or a completely different direction. And just be open to listening to the little voice, the one that we're often looking back going, why didn't I listen to it? To start to be more proactive rather than reactive with that little voice. And then just think about the things that spark joy in your heart when you were a little kid, and how can you bring elements of that into your adult life.
I love that. Be more proactive rather than reactive. I think that's very important. Yeah. Get out of the loop of reaction. Lori, what would you dream for your future? What is your, 5 to 10 year plan, if you have one?
I would ideally like to increase my platform, increase my reach. I have been doing it for over 30 years, but it was really just in the last, say, 5 to 10 that I really started putting myself out there intentionally, rather than just having it be referrals and just sort of keep being more local. And I want to keep pushing myself out of my comfort zone, because I can do readings with anyone, anywhere in the world. I've done Kenya, Norway, Australia, Italy, all over the place. And energy is energy. There are no bounds to it. And I just love doing tarot. I love it. I love working with people. I just want to do it on an even bigger scale.
Sounds amazing, Lori. Thank you so much for talking to me today. I'm going to put all the information in the link that is going to accompany this video. Thank you.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure.
Why can't I now switch this